Slain homicide detective Sean Suter was on the take. At least convicted gun trace task force detective Mamadou Gondo knew him to be back in 2008 or 2009 when they were both on the same squad. That stunning revelation came in the cross-examination of Gondo, which followed hours of direct questioning by the government this morning. Painstaking testimony that covered everything from, quote, street rips and pocket surfing, stealing money from people on the street, to intel on bigger targets. Gondo testified how at one point Sergeant Wayne Jenkins wanted to focus more on the bigger targets and, in an effort not to get too greedy, wanted 3 of those a year for roughly $100,000 apiece. Quote, it was always about drugs and money, Gondo said of Jenkins. He thrived on it. But Gondo's testimony also implicated Detective Daniel Herschel, who he remembers saying before one robbery, quote, I could use the money. I'm trying to buy a house. Gondo also testified how he was tipped off to this federal investigation 3 separate times. Once by his partner Jamel Ram, who said their old sergeant Tom Allers told him. Once by Detective Maurice Ward, who said a Sergeant Ryan Gwynn told him. And finally, Herschel himself. Wide-ranging testimony that continues to implicate more Baltimore police officers, including now a slain homicide detective. And all of it, University of Maryland law professor Doug Colbert says, only further shakes this city's confidence in its police department.
It's very, very disturbing. I mean, these are matters of the highest public interest, the trust of a police officer and of a department. And so it's going to be very difficult for people to know which officers they can trust and which ones are dirty.
And putting the entire department on trial is the strategy of the defense. Under an afternoon of cross-examination, Gondo recalled a police-involved shooting in 2009 involving his partner, Jamel Ram. He says Ram told him he shot a man dead at point-blank range in his car as he drove off from a stop in northwest Baltimore. Ram told Gondo, quote, expletive, I just didn't want to chase him. Gondo then said he was told Dean Palmier, now a deputy commissioner, showed up at that scene to coach the detectives on what to say and how to handle the investigation. When the defense attorney asked Gondo why he never reported what Ram said to Internal Affairs, Gondo said he was a young detective at the time against higher-ups. Quote, you have to think like that. Now, Gondo is one of the last witnesses for the government. The U.S. is expected to rest its case very soon, and then the defense of both detectives will start up. For now, we are live in downtown Baltimore. Brian Kubler, ABC 2 News.